So hey guys, this is gonna be a quick video. I know I promised this yesterday, but unfortunately I really didn't have time. I just barely made it to work today, and even then I was like 2 hours late. So things kind of just got really hectic. Uh, I mean, part of it was because I couldn't sleep. Part of it was because I was busy and shit like that. But I mean, so today's a video on Dungeon Link. So for those of you who don't know, this is a game I've been playing recently. If you want to get it, just go to the App Store. I'm not quite sure whether or not they had the promotion that they had before. Basically, if you download Dungeon Link and you start a new character or a new account, you would get a 3-star fin. Now, once again, I'm not quite sure whether that works anymore or that's happening right about now. But if you're starting right now, don't worry. There is a tutorial. There is an actual tutorial that helps you out. So, the way that I figure I'm going to be making these videos, or at least when it comes to Dungeon Link, they're going to be 15 minutes at the most. Part of the reason is because, well, I just can't unload everything on you that I know simply because it's not going to work out well. I've done 3 or 4 takes, and anytime that I went over half an hour, when I watched it over again, it really just felt like I was overloading the person. And honestly, I don't want you to, I guess, be annoyed. I don't know. Yeah, essentially, I'm not gonna make the videos too long. That's the gist of this little tirade. So, what am I gonna cover today? First of all, I'm gonna cover today the system of the heroes. So in this game, if you're coming from Ninjutsu LL, welcome, and if you're not, and you just happen to come up on this video, once again, welcome. So, in this game, there's something called heroes. Now, there's different categories of heroes. There is 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, and then finally 6 star. Now, most heroes, you will usually get them at 3 star, possibly 2 star. And that's just from getting them from places such as the dungeons, story dungeons, getting them as a reward, or even just getting them as a what do you call it? As a um, yeah, part of a reward from the tickets that you can get. The summoning tickets and the special summon tickets, stuff like that. Now, first of all, what you should know is that the best heroes are 6 star heroes. They're the strongest. That's just how that works. But before I get into that, keep in mind that there's different classes of heroes. Now, there's story heroes, and they're very special, and I'll explain why in a second. But there's different categories of heroes. First of all, there is lightning, and not, I mean, there's defense heroes, basically attack heroes. They have extra damage, extra HP, and extra defense. Now, then there's fire heroes or elemental heroes, consisting of fire, earth, and water. Those three, it does exactly as it says. They use earth, fire, and water to attack. When they to deal damage. Then there's support heroes. The support heroes can be anything from healing up until boosting your attack power. So yeah, that just kind of covers the gist of it here, as you can see. And then there's Adventure Time heroes, but that's more or less from the promotion of Adventure Time partnering up with this game to allow them to use their characters to, I guess, better the game. I personally, that's the whole reason I started playing. I'm not exactly a very diligent fan of Adventure Time, but from what I've seen, I do enjoy the show, and I just got interested. Now, like I said, there's attack type heroes. There's support type heroes, as you can see. There is fire type, water type, and then finally fire type. I mean wood type. Sorry about that. So, how do you upgrade these heroes? There's a couple of ways. First of all, the way that you can upgrade these heroes is by getting something called combination. So you click on a hero, and sorry, that's a 6 star Ice King. So say I want to upgrade Tanksalot, the tanker. I can do it one of two ways. I can combine him. Sorry about that. I can't combine Tanksalot. I forgot about that. So let's say I want to get a 5 star Esmeralda the Juggler, the Knife Juggler. So what I would have to do is get her up to level 30, and then enhance her 5 times, and then finally get a 4 star Fairy. That's what you actually use to upgrade stars when it comes to the heroes. You use fairies. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can get fairies, and I'll talk about that in a second. But the other way to create higher star heroes is to use combination, or combine. Now, what you do there is you have two heroes of the same stars. As you can see here, I have level 30 Jake, and then I have a level 30 Marceline. Uh, enhanced +5, and they're both 5-star. Now, if I wanted to, and if I have 80,000 gold in my inventory right over here, as you can see, if I wanted to, I could turn those two into a random 6-star Adventure Time card or hero. The problem with that being is that it's random, so you could get anywhere from a Finn, which in my opinion is the best hero you can get from the Adventure Time series, to a I don't know, a Peppermint Butler, who, while still good because he is 6 stars, it's not completely worth it to me simply because he doesn't go into my formation. So yeah, how do you get fairies? You get them as you progress through the game. Actually, there's these things called trophies or rewards, whatever you want to call them, quests. And main quest. Once you get past, I do believe, a certain point in the story, I do believe it's 310 or somewhere along those lines. Once you get past that, the game itself will just give you a 3-star fairy. Now, you can get another 3-star fairy from the battle right here, and you can go ahead and open up the what do you call it? The daily dungeon. Sorry about that. That's a trial tribulation. You can go ahead and open up the daily dungeons, and depending on what day it is, you can get a 3-star. What do you call it? A 3-star. A 1-star, a 2-star, or a 3-star fairy, depending on what day it is. So Mondays it's water fairies, Tuesday fire fairies, Wednesday earth fairies, Thursday attack fairies, and then finally Friday what do you call it? Support fairies. Now Saturday, that's for runes, 5-star runes, and any lower 3-star, 4-star, and so on and so forth. And then finally Sunday, just gold. Now I'll explain runes in another video because, quite honestly, that's an entire differently topic on it, all on its own. But just know that they are vital for the game. So yeah, that more or less explains how to get heroes, I suppose, how to get them up, and all of that good stuff. Now, why are the what do you call it, the story heroes so special? Well, part of it's right there in the name. They're story heroes. They are the heroes of the entire game. Those are the good guys. Those are the guys who are gonna win. Now, what's very special about them is because they, at 6 stars, all of the 6-star cards have the ability. I mean, all of the 6-star heroes have the ability to do this. But what's so special about this is that they can do awakening. Now, this is not completely special because, like I said, all of the 6 stars heroes have the ability to do this. What's extremely special about this is that they have the ability to go ahead and give you the ability to unlock their tree at level 30. Now, as you get to awakening, the first awakening, as you can see here, the little star lights up right here. Once you get to the first awakening, more often than not, sorry about that. More often than not, you're gonna have to go up to level 35. Now, the story heroes are special because they don't have to go past level 35. They can just stay at level 30, and you can open up all of their awakenings just by grinding out the items and so on and so forth. Now, here's the thing. Gathering the items is quite hard, and I'll explain how you gather items for this. But keep in mind that you will have to be able to defeat the Hell dungeons and get all the way to the Gathering dungeons, and I'll explain that in the next video, along with the runes. But that's what's so special about the story heroes. Now, with the other heroes, for example, the Abracadaniel right here, even though he sticks 6 stars, you actually need another Abracadaniel 6-star to get him to level 35, because he caps at level 30. And the reason you want to get him to level 35 is because at level 30, he can only get up to his first awakening. He cannot get to level 30, and that means he can't get to his second awakening. Now, at level 35, you can get all the way up to your fourth awakening, I do believe. but at your fourth awakening, you have to have level 40, and that means another 6-star Abracadabra. So that's what's so special about the story heroes. The story heroes also in general have better attributes, better passives, and that's another thing. Passives for this game are very, very crucial. As you can see here, this is my team. Now do keep in mind that I haven't invested a lot, but I am VAP 6. I'll explain the recharging later. If you are curious about it, really it's through Google. This is one of those Google sanctioned games, so you don't have to worry about having to go through your credit card or anything. As long as you use Google, PayPal, or whatever, you're completely fine. But yeah, anyways, as I said here, this is my team right about now. I have a level 35 and the Witch Disciple, a Arena the Legendary Hero, 6 stars plus 5, Luis the Inventor, Lois, I guess, Angard the Black Dragon, and finally Finn the Human, 6 stars. And so as you can see here, Finn the Human has team attack plus 6, plus 60%. That means that the attack, this attribute right over here, is increased by 60%. And because of my other cards being Angard the Black Dragon having a team attack plus 60, and Arena the Legendary Hero having a team attack plus 70, that just stacks on, that stacks on until you get 195 team attack. Now, another thing is, for example, and the Witch's Disciple has something called Perfect Attack Power, which is something that's very useful. You have two attacks. You have your normal attacks in which you use your your heroes to attack in a certain formation. Now, in battle, you're going to see something like this. I'm going to go ahead and go to my to this, and we're going to go ahead and do a daily dungeon quickly. Now I'm going to put it to hell, and keep in mind you have to, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I did it today already. So I'm going to go to one of the story dungeons, and yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and go all the way over here. Excuse me, sorry about that. As you can see, hell. And I'm going to go ahead and do stage 10-3. So when it comes to selecting, I'm sorry, I dropped the phone, so sorry for any inconveniences there. Now when you go to select a friend, you can actually choose their cards that are in the front. So my first card, my first hero is in my team is the one that's going to be shown to everybody else. So this is where it comes in handy knowing the passives for most of the cards. For example, this hero right here is going to give me a passive of plus 310, I do believe. Perfect attack percentage, and that's very useful. So I'm going to show you what a perfect attack is. Keep in mind that there's 5 different perfect attacks. Depending on how far your chains go. For example, if you only have just one chain, as your highest chain, total chains, your highest chain, I guess, then that means you're going to get the weakest power perfect attack. It's an AoE, but you'll see what I mean. So as you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I'm going to go ahead and go over here, and then finally over here. And I'm sorry, I did not mean for that to happen. So let's see, going to do that. So the idea is to use up all of the blocks, but at the same time being sure that all of your characters get as many chains as possible. And there you go, that's a perfect attack. That's called the Mini-Me Rush. So that's what perfect attack is. Now, perfect attack is not the same as attack. Attack, while it does enhance perfect attack, it won't always work. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here. It won't always work as well as attack, essentially. So right now I have a 688% bonus when it comes to perfect attack. I have a 242 attack bonus. So the reason that my bonuses keep on going up is because of her, and the Witch's Disciple. She has the ability to increase my hero's attack and such as the battle goes on. So it's a very useful ability. but just give me a second to get this through with, and there we go. So yeah, the passives are very, very useful in this game. So as you can see here, there's buffs, there's a lot of different things, so there's a lot to cover. I'm going to have to make a separate video, quite honestly, on combat and passives, but this really should just give you initiating idea. Don't worry, like I said, this game actually does give you a proper tutorial, so as long as you pay attention and do the tutorial, you should just easily learn how to play this game. All it really takes is just a little bit of extra strategy, that's all. Um, so yeah, if you start the game, I'm not quite sure whether or not that promotion that I mentioned is still on, but if you can get a Finn the Human, 3 stars, even if he's 3 stars, he's still very useful. Now, something I forgot to cover is when it comes to getting 4-star fairies, 5-star fairies. Now, the way that you create 4-star and 5-star fairies is by taking 2 3-star fairies, and then going ahead and combining them, essentially, evolving them. So as you can see here, I have a 3-star fairy level 30. 3-star support fairy level 30 plus 5 enhancement. And if I go ahead and put this in, I can I can evolve that into a 4-star fairy. And then to create a 5-star fairy, you need 2 4-star fairies to evolve into the 5-star fairy. Keep in mind that they have to be the same type. You just can't put an earth fairy with a water fairy. That's not going to work. It's going to have to be an attack fairy with an attack fairy, an earth fairy with an earth fairy, water fairy with water, fire with fire, and then support with support. So that's just the way it works. So, really, that's just about it for today's video. I know it's a lot to take in, but hopefully I explained some things that maybe you weren't quite sure about. Leave it in the comments if you're curious about more questions. Did you like this video? Did you not like it? Is this something you would be interested in seeing? Just questions like that. And if I get some positive feedback on this, or somebody is interested enough, I'm more than willing to make every couple of days a video for this. Right about now, my main focus will be Ninjutsu OL, so it will be Demon Fox, but that's usually only because of events. When the event starts, I will more often than not focus on the Ninjutsu OL, Ninja Saga, whatever you want to call it. But when I've already explained the event and I've already done the showcases I can make, I'm gonna go ahead and work on Dungeon League. So just keep that in mind. So these videos will come out every other day, if possible. So yeah, I have a lot to explain. I'm still learning some things about this game. I enjoy it, quite honestly. Yeah, just give me some feedback. And so leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you don't. I'm very excited for this, to hear what you guys think. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. And once again, I do apologize for how long it took me to make this video. I was planning on going ahead and doing it yesterday, but unfortunately, I just kind of run out of time and I couldn't do it. So I'll stop talking and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.